Starter recoil assembly broken? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, today I thought I'd talk about recoil starter springs and what can go wrong with those, how to fix them, and what to do with your generator to start it if you can't get one fixed. So without messing around, let's just get into how this thing works. I'll put it back together so you'll see how everything fits. But on the inside here, when we take it apart, there's this coiled up spring. It's got a little hook there, and it's got a hook right there. It's greased up so it's hard to see. The spring slides in here and then hooks into this slot. So if anything breaks on these, it can be that tab that this hooks onto, it can be the spring itself breaks, or it can be the tab that this one's going to hook into, which will be right on the frame here, is right here. There's a metal tab there. So if any of this gets damaged, any of those 3 points, then your unit can fail. Besides that, you also, I guess a fourth thing could be these springs here. If one of those snaps, we have springs that hold these off. When you twist it, when you pull the recoil cord, these fly out to grab the starter cup. So if that jumps the spring, it's not working, that might be a problem. But when you put these tabs back in, if they fall out, just push the spring aside just a little bit, get it on the outside, and then slide the hinge back in where it needs to go. And then it's got that, it's like a clothespin spring basically, and keeps it in place. So when you put this back, make sure that this catches this. So just line it up and then go counterclockwise. Don't let it, you can tell it wants to recoil back. I don't let it try to spin, overspin back. So gently guide it back, but when you feel tension, you know you got it. I'm going to throw the spring with this model. They're all a little different. Put that one on there. And this one does not have a rope right now, so that's something that has to get remedied. Put this back on. Oops, sorry. Wound it the wrong way. See, try not to ever wind them clockwise. They naturally want to go that way, but you're going to mess up the spring underneath. So always go counterclockwise. Wasn't thinking about what I was doing. Okay, so both of those things pop out. Looks good to go. Let's throw a rope on there just for the heck of it. So for this, I'm going to want to wind it around handful of times. I think if you do about 5 full turns, it's good for about a 6-foot rope from my experience. And we've got to line up that hole right there for the rope, has to line up with where the rope feeds in there. So feed this rope in just as an example. Just got a piece of paracord. And I usually just do this one-handed with the rope and hold it, but you can jam a screwdriver in. Let's do a figure 8 knot. Pull that rope there. But if you want tension, if you want to hold it, you can jam a screwdriver in there and it'll hold it so you can kind of relax your hands. Not that big of a deal with this one, didn't have too much tension. This is a 6-foot, probably 7-foot piece of paracord. Guide it in, and it takes it right to the end with still a little tension. If I were to let it go, it might suck up in there. So that's how you put a new rope on. And if you can't get your generator started for whatever reason, or the recoil starter fixed, let's get on to how we would start a generator if we had to in a pinch with just a rope. Alright guys, if it comes down to it and you don't have a functioning starter recoil, what you can do is actually start it with just a piece of rope. So this is just a broken piece off of one of my starter recoils, and your starter cup here, once you take off the starter recoil assembly, this is the starter cup. It'll have a notch cut into it, and you can put a knot from your rope in there, and you wrap it around clockwise. I never use more than like a 4-foot cord, because I don't want to pull at the end and have, at the end of my arm stroke, pulling back and have cord still tied up in this when this starts spinning, because once the engine catches, this is going to be exposed, and I don't want anything getting wrapped up in that for safety's sake. So I use about a 4-foot piece only, and we're gonna get this thing started here and turn on the fuel and turn on the choke. I'm gonna turn on the start switch, which is on, and we're gonna give this a go. Before I always pull, make sure that do like a dry run without the cord. Make sure you can pull your arm back all the way. You don't want to hit anything with your elbow and have the rope get caught up here when the engine starts. So just be safe about it, and let's give this a go. And that's how you start an engine, with just a pull cord and no recoil starter assembly. So thanks for checking out this video, guys. Obviously, as a caveat, only start your generator that way in a pinch if you're absolutely desperate and you can't get a recoil start assembly repaired or a new one. It's dangerous. That starter cup is spinning at 3,600 RPMs. You get a pet that walks by that, or a kid that puts their hand on that or something, it's not going to end well, so it's just not worth it. Be extra safe, block off access to your generator if that's the case, and know that, like on that unit, the kill switch is right next to that, the flywheel and everything that's spinning around, so you just got to be extra careful. So it's not something I advocate doing. I'm just showing you how to. If you had to, use caution, be smart about it, and hopefully the video helped you figure out how to get it fixed. So if you have any questions, comments, go ahead and leave them below. Feel free to subscribe. Check out my website, homebatterybank.com. We just cover everything related with generators, inverters, battery banks, and power outages in general. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.